Hello everyone and welcome into Coach Craig Sports. This is the NBA DFS Core Pick video for Friday, January 24th. If you are joining me for the very first time, this is how today's video will be structured. We'll be going over my core picks for both DraftKings and FanDuel. In the morning, I'll be posting my early morning injury report, which will have all the injuries for 5 teams. The 6th team is going to be the Trailblazers that are on the back-to-back. Only 3 games for Friday, so a very small Friday slate. And then, as always, I'll be listing injury updates throughout the day, as well as an updated core about 20 to 30 minutes prior to lock, or as those changes do become available, and the 6 starting lineups as they do come out throughout the evening as well. But without further ado, we'll get started on the DraftKings side at the point guard position with Anthony Simons of the Portland Trailblazers, $6,400. He did recently return. He was a little bit banged up. I believe missed 1 or 2 games. Goes against the Charlotte Hornets here. So pretty attractive matchup. $6,400. We're looking for 32 out of him, averaging just over 31 so far in the season. Do have him currently projected for 33, 34. Like this matchup once again. And with that being said, if there's any player that you really feel strongly about on this 3-game main slate, if there's any player you don't feel so strongly about on this 3 games main slate, definitely feel free to either fade or, get overexposure to those players. That is definitely a personal preference at the end of the day. Then we move down to shooting guard with Desmond Bane, $7,900, looking for 39.40 out of him, averaging 36 so far in the season. Been doing really well as of late, so currently I'm projected for about 40. Interesting matchup versus the New Orleans Pelicans, who probably haven't been quite as good on defense as we would expect, but definitely do like Desmond Bane once again in this matchup, as he has been playing really well as of late. Then a small forward, we're going to go Dean Wade, $3,900. He will be starting in place of Evan Mobley once again, most likely. So $3,900, looking for 19.20 out of him, averaging about 18 so far in the season. Interesting matchup versus the Philadelphia 76ers, but I do currently have him projected for 21 points in this game. Has a little bit of upside for more if he's going out there, if he's playing well, because obviously he's going to get the minutes, but he's not a great fantasy point per minute guy. But in those rare big games that he does have, does make some sense to get to him at $3,900. Looks like one of the better value plays over on DraftKings as we do start off the day. Then at power forward, we're going right back to Jeremy Grant. Feel like I've talked about him way too much as of late, but $5,400, still a good price tag there. Looking for 27 out of him, averaging just under 27 so far on the season. Goes against Charlotte Hornets, should be an attractive matchup there. Miles Bridges may or may not play on that other end, so it could be even better for him depending on who else they ultimately end up throwing out there. But Jeremy Grant at this point in time looks like a pretty solid, steady, safe play just in general. And then last but not least, we're going down to center with Yabusele of the Philadelphia 76ers. $5,000, should be get as many minutes as he can handle because both Andre Drummond and Joel Embiid are both out for this game once again. It's a tougher matchup versus Cleveland Cavaliers, although there is no Evan Mobley. Jarrett Allen's still pretty effective at that center position as well. So Yabusele going to be out there a ton of minutes. So I definitely do like him in this matchup. Currently I have him projected for about 29. Could have a little bit of upside for more because he's going out there, he's getting the minutes, but he does have a little bit of downside for less, if he doesn't go out there and play the most effectively overall. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do currently have listed here, you have $21,400 remaining, just over $7,100 remaining per player. So a decent chunk of change remaining at that point in time. For me personally, probably going to pay up, kind of around that 8K range for 2 players and then kind of pay down for that last final spot. But we will also have to see what other value potentially opens up throughout the day as well. But with that being said, we'll give it over to FanDuel and talk about my core picks over there as well. So on the FanDuel side, at the point guard position, we have Anthony Simons once again. He is $6,500 over on FanDuel. You can also play him at shooting guard, looking for 32, 33 out of him. And I currently am projected right around that at 33 fantasy points for my projection on him today. Goes against the Charlotte Hornets, should be a pretty attractive matchup there. Not too much else we need to say here. He did miss a game or two with, I believe, a back injury, which sometimes concerning with shooters, but he came back in his most recent game, played really well. They obviously are playing on Thursday night as well, so definitely do like the upside with him just in general. Then we move down to shooting guard with Desmond Bane, $7,700, and we're looking for 38, 39 out of him, averaging just over 35 so far in the season. Like I mentioned on DraftKings, he's been playing really well as of late, so definitely do like his upside once again. Currently, I'm projected for 39, 40 points in this game, but could have some strong upside for even more. It's a little bit of an interesting matchup versus the New Orleans Pelicans, a team that should be pretty good defensively, but quite haven't played up to their capabilities so far this season. Then we move down to small forward with Jeremy Grant, since we can play him at small forward on the FanDuel side. $5,400, looking for 27 out of him. Pretty similar story to DraftKings, pretty similar story to what we talked about Jeremy Grant, I feel like 3 times already this week. So good matchup versus Charlotte Hornets, looking for 27 out of him, averaging just under 26.5 so far in the season. Looks like a really solid, steady, safe play in a pace-up spot overall. Then we move down to power forward with Yabusele. He is only power forward eligible on FanDuel for whatever reason. He is not center eligible at all, so that is kind of weird. But $5,800, looking for 29 out of him, averaging just under 22 so far in the season. Both Andre Drummond and Joel Embiid out for this game. He's going to get as many minutes as he can handle at that center position. Currently, I'm projected for 29.30 on the FanDuel side tonight. Looks like a pretty solid, steady, safe option at that power forward spot just in general. And then last but not least, we're going down to Mark Williams of the Charlotte Hornets. Going against the Portland Trailblazers. DeAndre Ayton sat out Thursday night. Robert Williams not playing on the back-to-back, although it could potentially happen. I doubt it, though. Klingon's banged up right now, so there is the potential for like Jabari Walker at center. There's the potential for like Dop Reith or somebody else like that. So really attractive matchup for Mark Williams, playing really well as of late. At $8,500, we're looking for 42, 43 out of him. Currently, I'm projected for 43, 44. Could have a little bit of upside for more, if he stays out of foul trouble, if he's effective in that block department, as he typically is. But with that being said, if we go with the 5 players that I do currently have listed here, you have $26,100 remaining, just over $6,500 remaining per player. So looking a little bit more like a balanced build type of day over on FanDuel. But once again, with it being a 3-game main slate, if there's a player you specifically like, feel free to get them in your lineup. If there's a player you really don't like, just don't play them. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward for a 3-game main slate. But feel free to mix and match as you do see fit. But with that being said, these are my core picks for both DraftKings and FanDuel for Friday, January 24th. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to drop them down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And then once again, my injury report will be listed in the morning. The only team that is on the back-to-back is going to be the Portland Trailblazers, so we'll have theirs coming out later on in the day. I'll be posting injury updates down in the comments section, as well as my updated core about 20 to 30 minutes prior to lock, or as those changes do become available. That will be left as a pinned comment. If there's any changes after that point in time, it will be left as a reply to that pinned comment. And then I will also be posting all the starting lineups as they do come out throughout the evening as well. But with that being said, if you are brand new to my channel, checking out for the very first time, or have yet to subscribe, please consider doing so. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS. Right now, we just have NBA DFS going on in terms of the core pick videos Tuesday through Friday. And then last but not least, if you're interested in prop betting, if you're interested in sports betting whatsoever, be sure to check out the links and promo codes down in the description below for BetUS, Parlay Play, and Prize Picks. If you're a brand new user on any one of those 3 sites, when you sign up, make your initial deposit, you will get a first match deposit bonus. For Prize Picks and Parlay Play, it's a 100% match up to $100. And then for BetUS, it's a 125% match up to $2,000. So some pretty great opportunities to be had out there. If you have any other additional questions related to that whatsoever, feel free to reach out to me, whether it's down in the comment section of this video or on Twitter at Coach Craig Sport, and be more than happy to help you with that journey as well. But with that being said, that's all that I truly have for today's video. Definitely do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. Definitely means a lot to me. I hope that each and every one of you have a great rest of your day and some pretty good luck in NBA DFS for Friday, January 24th.